YouTube. Hello my friends and welcome back to Canada's Table. Today I'll show you how to make a village style chicken stew with tomatoes and eggs. Chakhokhbili. There are a lot of variations of this delicious stew in Georgia, and this one with very few ingredients is sensationally delicious. Here is a question. What comes first, chicken or eggs? With this dish, we will start with chicken. So let's cut the chicken into the pieces. You don't need this fat, see, at the end of the chicken piece, so just trim it off like that. And then this is breast, see how nice it is. This will be tough. And then I'll just cut it into smaller pieces, but not too small. So these pieces are okay. So I removed the skin, but it's up to you. So today we are actually cooking century-old recipe of Chakhokhbili, which is still cooked in Georgian villages. Make cross on the top of each tomato. Now pour some boiled water over the tomatoes and keep them for a minute in this hot water. You will ask why I made cross on the tomatoes. It will ease the peeling process. Now we will rinse the tomatoes with cold water and then we will start peeling. See, the skin easily peels off the tomatoes. Now let's cut them in smaller pieces. You can use food processor or chopper, whatever you like, modern device, but I'm just showing you today how they make it traditionally in the villages of Georgia. Now just crush the tomatoes with your hands. And actually this old method had its own benefits, because the tomatoes, when you crush them with your hands, they still keep consistency and small chunks like that, see? And that's what you need for Chakhokhbili. You don't need it to be too smooth. That's why even if you use food processor, you should put it on pulse. Chakhokhbili requires a lot of onions, so let's chop the onion. This is my new toy for the garlic, but I'm not sure how well it works. But you know, I love all these gadgets, so let's see how it works. See, the garlic comes from here. Oh, that's not bad, but it's still more work than I thought. Okay, so our garlic is done. So for Chakhokhbili, you can use red chili pepper or you can use green chili pepper, fresh. Or you can use cayenne or chili flakes, whatever you have at hand. And now let's chop cilantro. And cilantro is the prime herb for this type of Chakhokhbili. Because for other variations of Chakhokhbili, basil or hearty is the prime herb, but not for this one. So I heated my pot. And now it's time to add chicken. I'm not adding any fat to the pot. Not now, because in Georgia we have this special technique when we cook the chicken and meat in its own juice. In 15-20 minutes, these pieces of chicken will release wonderful, delicious juice. And that's the juice we need for Chakhokhbili. Cover and put your timer for 15-20 minutes. That's what I'm doing. So let's check on the liquid. So after 15 minutes, we have so much liquid, see? If you don't have enough liquid, you can always add broth or you can add hot water. I'll stew it in its own juice for another 5 minutes. So you see that 20 minutes after cooking in its own juice, the chicken is ready for onions and some fat, and that's what we will do now. Sprinkle with black pepper a little bit, not too much, with some salt, just to flavor the chicken. Let's add butter and onions. You will have to stir occasionally, but I will cover it and cook until the chicken is tender. let's add tomatoes, garlic, and some fresh chili pepper. Gently mix, because at this point the chicken pieces are already tender. So now we just simmer chicken in the tomato sauce. And this is the time to add really good pinch of salt. Simmer until tomatoes are tender and cooked through. Meat is simmering in tomato sauce. So now what we will do to thicken this tomato sauce, right? We usually in Georgian cuisine we use walnuts, but this time we will be using eggs. So I'll take a little bit of liquid. Try to get without tomatoes, right? Just like liquid. And here are my eggs, which I already whisked. So I will be adding very slowly a little bit of hot liquid in the eggs. And this ancient techniques is called egg tempering. So what we are doing now, we are creating the temperature so that the eggs, when you add them back to the dish, they don't curdle. And this is the time to really salt your dish. I add very, very slowly and I mix. And you see how sauce starts to thicken? So Chakhokhbili chicken stew is very hard to pronounce name. Chakhokhbili is century-old recipe, and that's what we are cooking today. So look at the sauce, it's already thickened, so all we have to do now is to bring it to the boil, gentle boil, and then we will add cilantro. Oh, let's check on the stew. Look at the colors. Now let's add the cilantro, and I kept some cilantro for garnishing. I mix. And my stew is ready. If you want to cook it for another 1 minute, it's fine. But sometimes fresh herbs are much better than cooked. It gives amazing taste to the Chakhokhbili dish. So now we can plate. Just put pieces of chicken in the bowl. And you will really need hearty bread for this dish. And it's time to put it in your tummy. But before you put it in your tummy, just put some fresh herbs on it. I kept some, you know, just for decoration purposes. Today we made Chakhokhbili, Georgian style village chicken stew with tomatoes and eggs. If you like the recipe, please share with your family and friends. Please like, subscribe and comment, because it helps me and Tamada to promote Georgian cuisine in English language on YouTube. Bon appetit! Gemriot, mirtrit, and bye for now. Nachman dis, chemo mego brebo, my friends.